Hi everybody, Ryan Zeman here for Stratford Martin, and got asked a question and thought I'd do a quick video reply just to give my thoughts. It was on how to find a great contractor. And for me, getting a contractor is all about someone who will be able to keep up to my business. You never really know if their work is great or not until you get in and really see it. But I like to put a lot of different hoops in front of a person to see just how dedicated and how serious they are about working for me. So my main idea that I do is, the first thing is I put an ad on Kijiji or wherever it is I'm looking and get a ton of responses, and usually right away. And the first thing I do is say, yeah, that's great, let's do an interview. I'm doing interviews on Friday. Send me an email on Thursday and I'll let you know the details. So right away, I'm making them reach out to me again on a specific date to see if they'll follow up. A lot of people won't, surprisingly enough, but that's great. You got rid of them on the first contact. On Thursday, they'll follow up with me, the serious ones, and they'll ask, hey, just reaching out like you asked. And I'll say, that's fantastic. You're going to do tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Text me tomorrow in the morning and I'll give you a location. So again, I'm putting another barrier there to get a hold of me, and just trying to be a pain in the butt to see who will follow through. But the other thing that I do at this point is I just throw a bunch of clutter at them and just make a bunch of requests. So one of the things I ask for, I say, send me 3 references, send me some pictures, make sure you have the pictures loaded up on your phone for the interview, send me a sample scope of work, send me a sample of your contract that you use, and send me proof of insurance. And so when you throw a bunch of things like that at it, the contractors, the ones that aren't serious, are just going to see this is a big pain in the butt and they'll just go on to the next guy. But the serious ones will get all that organized and get it to me before the meeting the next day. That's the key. I want it before the meeting. And some of the stuff I ask them to actually show up with it. If they don't show up with it, or they don't show up with all of it, then again, they're excluded and I put them out. On the day of, they send me the message or they give me a call saying, hey, I give them the location, and then obviously they got to show up on time. I look to see that they have a truck and not a car, because a guy in a car is just driving around all day, he's not working enough. So basic stuff. I won't get into too much of that side of it. Just the usual stuff like, what are your strengths and weaknesses, that kind of stuff that can be kind of fluffed over really easily. After the interview, if I like them, what I do is I follow up with them and I say, hey, I really liked you. Would you mind doing a sample quote for me? So come and give me an idea, walk through a house with me. And at that point, I really kind of grind them out and kind of let them, give them ideas of what I'm expecting for prices, and really just kind of get into their heads about what my expectations are, and that this is not looking for retail prices. This is looking for a whole price of the whole house. And if you broke it into small compartments, obviously it'd be more expensive, but I need the whole thing done well and done at a reasonable price. And so have them come through, do the quote, never give it to them on the first one. I usually have them go through and do 3 different quotes. By the 3rd quote, if they're still returning my calls or answering my messages, then I know they're really serious. And so that's some pretty serious qualifying that I put them through. And at the end of the day, you never really know how great their work is until you see it. But I'm pretty confident if they go through that many hoops, you at the very least have someone who's serious and who you can work with and maybe mold into becoming a great contractor. Hope that helps, and hope you have a lot of luck with great contractors in the future. Thanks again. This is Ryan Zeman from Stratford Martin.